What if the future of governance, both digital and political, isn't about finding a single right answer, but about building systems that can hold many answers at once? That question sits at the heart of a fascinating convergence I want to walk you through today. I first came across the book Plurality while digging into Project Liberty's work on expanding DSNP, the decentralized social networking protocol, across platforms like TikTok, Blue Sky, and Frequency. What caught my eye was the co-author, Audrey Tang, Taiwan's former digital minister. That combination of blockchain infrastructure and pluralistic political philosophy got me thinking about how these ideas connect to Polkadot. So what exactly is plurality? At its core, plurality challenges the traditional model where a single authority makes decisions from the top down. Instead, it argues that complex issues should be approached from multiple perspectives simultaneously, creating governance structures that are more inclusive and adaptable. Rather than forcing everyone down a single predetermined path, a pluralistic system lets participants explore many possibilities based on their different contexts and needs. Now let's bring in the Web3 angle. The term Web3 was coined by Dr. Gavin Wood to describe a blockchain-based decentralized online ecosystem. Polkadot, one of Wood's flagship projects, implements what's called OpenGov, which is on-chain governance that leverages blockchain's inherent transparency. And here's the interesting part: this technical philosophy maps surprisingly well onto plurality's political thinking. Polkadot's architecture is built on three core principles. First, decentralization. A relay chain connects multiple parachains, independent blockchains, allowing them to share security and resources without any single chain being in control. Second, interoperability. Seamless communication between different blockchains, breaking down the isolated silos that plague today's fragmented crypto ecosystem. Third, flexible upgrades. A governance mechanism that lets the network evolve quickly to meet new requirements, without hard forks tearing the community apart. OpenGov, in the civic sense, shares a parallel set of values. It focuses on transparency, making government data and decision processes fully visible to the public. It emphasizes citizen participation, giving people direct input into policy formulation rather than just voting every few years. And it demands accountability, strong oversight mechanisms to ensure that public resources are allocated fairly and used as intended. When you compare the two side by side, the parallels are striking, but so are the differences. Polkadot is technology-driven. It uses blockchain and token mechanisms to enforce decentralization at the protocol layer. OpenGov is institutionally focused. It relies on reform of existing government structures and information transparency to foster collaboration between citizens and the state. Their governance models also differ in execution. Polkadot's token holders vote on-chain to drive network upgrades. The rules of the game are literally encoded in code. OpenGov reaches consensus through openness and negotiation, valuing deliberation over algorithmic finality. And their domains are distinct. Polkadot lives in digital assets and fintech, while OpenGov addresses public administration and policymaking. But here's the synthesis. Plurality provides an intellectual framework that bridges both worlds, the idea that technology and democratic institutions don't have to evolve separately. They can reinforce each other. Polkadot's technical innovation and OpenGov's institutional reform are both, in their own ways, pushing society toward the same destination, a future that is more transparent, more inclusive, and less dependent on any single point of control. If this intersection of blockchain governance and political philosophy resonates with you, subscribe and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear how you see these ideas playing out in the real world.